Hi guys, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan, and we're looking at yet another L300 diesel, turbo diesel, four-wheel drive Delica, sort of minivan. I guess you could call it a minivan, but instead of that I'm going to call it a manly van. And so this one here is it's an L300 model, has high mileage, 188,990 kilometers on it, automatic transmission with the 2.5 liter turbo, a diesel, roof rack, and crystal light roof, which is your 5 sunroofs in the top. So this is one of the higher trim level versions of it, but with higher mileage. And the funny thing about the Delicas is most of them are really dirty. This one's fairly clean, but it is showing its age a little bit. It was bought at auction for export to USA, pretty much where all the L300s are going these days, because they have been super duper popular here in Japan for export to the USA. So let's take a look at what the auction sheet told us prior to buying. 1991, Delica Star Wagon is the full name of this. This is an Exceed model with crystal light roof. I'm going to show you what the roof looks like just briefly here. I'm going to show you from the inside too, and it does look cooler from the inside than the outside, I guess, because people would have to be super duper tall in order to see it, or looking down on it from a building or something. Everyone's like, darn, he got the skylight roof, sweet. And then they'd be too far away in order to congratulate you for that. So automatic transmission, though they do come in the 5-speed if you like that. Original white color on here, diesel engine. Sales points are the purchase from user, grill guard, and this is an original grill guard but has been repainted white. Now they did come white. This one I believe was not white, or maybe has just been repainted white, and then has fog lights on it that have like the multicolor kind of chrome, purple and yellow inside. Kind of a cool look. I always like stuff like that. Don't know why. Alright, so roof carrier. Engine is a 4D56 engine, turbo diesel. In 176, 118 kilometers, the timing belt was changed and something else was changed. I think it's like the fuel pump delivery assembly. Check the translation of this one because I can't read some of those. Warranty papers, owner's manual, and something else that I can't read. Okay, and what the auction said. This is all what the seller said here and here, and then here's what the auction said. Interior is dirty and has a rip. Rip is, there's one on the door card, and I believe 2 on the carpet. I'll show you. Engine oil leak, that's coming from at least the valve cover gasket, if not more places. The engine looks a little bit oily. Valve cover gaskets are really prone to leaking on this engine. Not a catastrophic problem, it's just a little bit messy. Underside surface rust, and foot step scratched and dented. I'm going to show you that now because I don't want to forget. Right there. Okay, rear ladder has been put on. Exterior has one part that's been color changed paint. And so here's a little bit funny thing. You can see it's black and white. That has been done aftermarket style, I believe. And if you look closely, you'll see bad paint. Repairs done by somebody who doesn't know how to do repairs. And that is the car's worst problem. It has it on both sides. And I did detail that in more detail in another video, but I'm not gonna go into too much details for this video on that one. Okay, AC doesn't work. And then look at this, the body says AU2 here, W3 here. W3 kind of means that sort of paint, but if you look at the auction sheet, they only wrote that on one side, but it's on both sides, so I don't really know what was going on there. Repaint marks in the back and S1 on the roof, but generally a pretty good body when you take out the paint problems. S1, that's rust. Now I looked on the roof, I couldn't find any. I'm going to show you here, going up. And these quite often will rust around this front sunroof. I couldn't find any rust anywhere up here. Now I'm not saying it's not there, it's just I can't see it. The roof carrier's manly van style. Whoa, I got caught. Okay, that was weird. Okay, so that's what the auction sheet says. Let's do a once around here and go visit JDM Tree. So the front grille guard, cool looks. I think the suspension has been raised up just a tad on this one. It has something interesting. I'm just going to stop here. Take a look at that. They have like a cover that goes around the door handle areas and down here near the tire where it's likely to get scratches. So that's something I haven't seen before. It's a cool little option. I don't think it's direct from Mitsubishi. I think it's aftermarket, but something like that I haven't seen before. Is probably really rare, and you wouldn't be able to buy it now if you really wanted to find one. They just wouldn't have any for sale anymore. These L300s, there are enough of them at auction, but they're not that common on the streets here anymore. Okay, there's side profile. You can see a cool rack on the top. All right, projector headlights. This vehicle comes with windshield wipers, of course. I don't know why I'm showing you that. Lots of mirrors on the front here, some scratches there, but big enough for good visibility. And a mirror here. This is useful for showing you how far away your front bumper is here. And look at this. The Mitsubishi sign has been painted to brighten it up, as well as the Delica Star Wagon has been hand painted so that it can be seen better. Okay, let's go inside. So this one's a 7-seat model, which means it comes with the captain's chairs in the middle instead of the bench seat in the middle with full down seat. That one is an 8-seater. I like the captain's chairs better, but the other one can turn into a bed easier. Here's the rip in the interior liner, and the other ones are here and down here where your heel would go. Okay. These seats here, no matter which model you get basically the same seats. They come in different colors. These ones are the brown ones. I happen to really like brown interiors on cars. Doesn't smell really bad in here, but it does have a distinct smell of old dust, and so a good carpet extractor on the seats and the carpet would really do wonders for the inside of this car. Okay, 189. Keep in mind that is pretty high mileage for here in Japan, but these diesel engines last really well. You got a big display here for how well you're doing off-road, and lots of 80s dashboard. So it does have AC, but the AC doesn't work. The compressor doesn't even switch on, so I think it's an electronic problem. Look at this. It comes with a cool box. For people who really want to be cool, they can get a cool box. And if you want to be hot, then come on, Focus, you can do this. It could be hot box, or it could be ice cold, and that's the setting that we're on right now. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold! Okay, shifters here. This one here shifts from park to reverse to neutral to drive. You guys know what that is. And this one here is for your 4-wheel drive. And then take a look, you can do your 2-wheel drive, your 4-wheel drive, or your 4-low. Power windows are here, so everybody can roll down the windows, not just you. I don't know why manufacturers do that. Like, they'll have the controls for all the windows here for the driver, but then the passenger can only roll down their own. If you have them in the center here, like for example, BMW likes to do that, then this passenger or the driver can roll down the windows. That makes more sense. Unless you don't want your passenger rolling down your windows. Sliding window here. Looks like we got a little bit of metal drippies coming from here. Like the minerals in the metal have dripped down. Okay, lock that into place. Sliding door only on one side because this is pre-year 2000s minivan. Somebody installed like a grab bar there. Really weird, but I don't know what you would need this for, but you can grab onto it if you really need to. Skylight roof makes it really bright inside. And so here's what the skylight roof looks like from the inside. It's pretty cool, to be honest. Now, they don't open, but they do have covers that close them if you don't want them to be open. Unfortunately, one of the covers is broken at the moment and doesn't close. Let me just show you how that works. So you have 4 buttons here, and then at the front you have a single button that'll open and close all of them at the same time. So you can choose which ones that you want open and which ones that you want closed. The only thing is, this one here doesn't work. You can see the motor works. I mean, you can hear it, but it's like jammed or something. Let's see if we can yoink that out a bit. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Okay, I think you probably could get that fixed do-it-yourself style. Let's on, ooh, fluorescent light in different brightnesses. It flickers a little bit. Rear AC here, and you get your own AC controls here. For heater, it's dual zone. These seats, the captain chair ones, they can spin around so you can point them backwards if you want to have party time. Who doesn't like party time? And then the back seat here, it can fold. So fold down, fold across, so that you have a bigger storage area if you want. Okay, you're gonna jump out. Looks like that was maybe pushed in a little bit when it got dented too. Did we even see JDM tree today? Maybe I forgot to do the once around. I'll go and do that in a second. Okay, you can see that one that's stuck open. And there's your mincy little place for storage, or you can foldy and get more. Seat belts. Now the engine of it seems to, here's something I didn't notice before. The seam is pulled there. So I was going to say about the engine, it seems like it shakes a little bit. Diesel engines typically last forever. A little shaking usually means nothing more than needs to be run in a bit. Here's the bad paint I was talking about. You can probably clearly see it on this side. Okay, and now I'm going to do once around because I think that I forgot that. You can see what it looks like with that roof rack on the top there. Okay. I kind of want to get one of these and then put a big Transformers logo on the side. I think it would be very cool. Something I mentioned in the other video, which I can mention here because... Oh, we did do the once around, didn't we? Ah. Whew. Time for me to stop drinking when I'm working. It was just coffee, though, that I was drinking. Anyway, something that I wanted to mention that I mentioned in the other videos that I can mention now because it's on my mind. Tires are worn out on the outside, and so alignment is bad. And we got the spare tire on here. And the one that's underneath, where the spare tire usually goes, that one's flat. And we have some pretty manly double mud flaps here. That can also be womanly too, for those high testosterone women out there. Not picking genders. Ladder on the back, seems like it's for really skinny people. There we go. And that's going to be the end. 14 minutes. Ah, too long. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed it. If you got all the way this far in the video, then you deserve yourself a thumbs up and a pat on the back. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. And look at how small the van can get. Whee! Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.